Miss Fiegel brought us on board to work with her special education class, primarily made up of children with learning disabilities in language arts from 3rd to 5th grade. Our goal was to come up with a project that could illustrate for them the art and fun of writing. As children are often visual learners and familiar with visual media, we opted for a film project, which would require working together to come up with a story. We would provide technical support, assisting them in bringing their written word to the screen.
Would you please find a good place to put a bookmark, save that for later? We have an exciting morning of filming.
What most surprised us? Well, this group of children with special needs blossomed into a group with individual ideas, all willing to work together to come up with a story they wanted to tell in the way they wanted to tell it. In the process, they gained self-confidence and the acceptance of their peers as they embarked on a project that was uniquely their own. I'm not going to write it, I'm going to help you, but you guys are going to decide what the story's about. So, in the end, when it's all put together, those words that you've written, you're going to see it up on the screen with you guys acting it out. Does that sound like something exciting that you might want to do?
Yeah.
Yeah? What I'm going to do is go around the room and I'm going to have you introduce yourself, tell me your name and how old you are.
Back up a little bit because it's going to be just your nose hairs if you go back close.
Hello, I'm Dalton. I'm doing sound and acting.
That means,
Okay.
you're with
Tell
me.
them who you
yes.
are.
All of you are
Alina.
our script right now.
And you're
So I
doing what,
need
Alina?
Jason,
Camera and
Dalton,
sound.
Camera and sound.
Those three chase off the alien with the squirt guns. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then your last look will be like that.
Cut.
As filmmakers, we respected their story and filmmaking choices, allowing them the freedom to create their story, learn from their mistakes, and have a finished product that was entirely theirs. While we, along with Ms. Fagel, provided constant support, the children ran the cameras almost all the time. And aside from editing the video footage, they made both group and individual choices with regard to story, music, costumes, characters, and camera shots. They were certainly an opinionated bunch, never without ideas or motivation. As with any film production, there were hurdles. Locations had to be changed, scenes had to be altered, actors had to be replaced or rearranged, and the script went through many revisions. But always the children were in control, and we couldn't be more proud of what they accomplished. There's only one director if we have a director.
But we do have 2 cameras, and we can have somebody taking film.
Yes.
I'll do it.
We could use somebody with sound, too, which means they would take care of the microphone. Are you good at sound? Whoa,
You like sound? Now, whoever's acting can't necessarily be the sound person, but if we have something that's written, here's the deal about that. If you want to act, then you'll have to do sound in any scene that you're not acting in, because you can't act out something over here and do the sound at the same time. You see what I mean? But you can act and then do the sound in the scenes when someone else is acting. Okay, so we're going to show you guys how to do double duty. All right? We also need to think about ideas for stories, the story you want to tell. Okay, the main thing, a good movie can only be a good movie if it starts with a good script. If you start with a bad script, it doesn't matter what you do, what special effects you put in there, what actors you have. If it's a bad script, you're going to have a bad movie. Okay? So we want to come up with an interesting story. So let's go around the room and have some ideas about stories. And then we can always work the story into different locations. That's, as a writer, that's your job.
Have you ever seen Jurassic Park 3?
I've seen Jurassic Park 1.
Actually, I own all of my, but I
Do you?
have both of them on CD and part 1 on VHS.
Here's the thought. Let's talk about props for a minute. Let's talk about props for a minute. How easy or difficult do you think it would be to make a dinosaur?
It took them a while.
It took them a while and a lot of special effects, right? We have to think about things that we
They
can
had
do.
to make the little controls to move.
That's right. And we don't have, and then let's talk about budget a minute. Budget is how much money you have to spend on your movie.
Yeah.
We are doing a no-budget movie, which means anything we need to put in our movie, we have to make. You know what I mean? Anything that we're
fire.
No, we will not set anything on fire in this movie, I can promise you that.
What we wanted to do today, for Jenny and Susan and our sake, is we've been doing our story, right? We talked about how stories are made. There's characters, there's a place that it takes place. The
we talk about a problem, there's always a problem in a story. Okay, and then they solve the problem somehow, and it always ends, right? Then in the middle, we try to get from the problem to the solution, right? Okay, so what we've done is, we have characters, and we have a setting, and we have our problem, and what we've been doing is trying to have three things that happen to get from the problem to how it ends. What we're looking for is a story that we could tell, that sounds like a fun thing to do, that would be an adventure, or whatever we decide, the story that's our story. The other thing is, let's talk about, are we going to be able to turn this into a film?
I think with your story, you remember when your teacher talked about kid power?
Where's most of the
The
action?
kid power thing in there is that's what it's about. His friends would be trying to get him out, right? Before the police or anyone came. Dogs
What
would
are they
get
trying to do, get the horse
All
back to
right,
the owner?
and then your dog
What
They
are they trying
want
to
the
do?
horse, but in the
friends,
end,
and I think
What are they trying
to
to do?
get the kid power thing in there, instead of calling the police, you're.
Okay,
yeah.
Well,
on
here's
that
the thing.
page.
and then what?
He wouldn't have a chainsaw in Shakers, would he? He would only have available to
Okay,
him
and what
what they
happens
have
after
in the
that?
store at the time, isn't that right?
Let's run
Figure out a way not to have to use the police
Because
and
here's
the
the island.
Yeah.
And it can't be a
And
desert.
also,
Plus,
let's
we
live
wanna
in a
show
horse,
the
live in a
kids
desert.
are smart. They'll
Too
figure out
long.
how to get you out of
And
there.
I kind of.
For example, there can't be a waterfall inside of Shakers, right? Because that doesn't make sense.
And they drag the guys back to the jail.
Okay.
No, and they
The
leave
kidnappers, you mean?
a kid and a dog and a ball on top of a building.
And how about the?
A ball, a bouncy ball.
Kid,
How's it end up there?
ball, and what else on top of them?
A dog.
And a dog. On the roof of a building, okay, and what happens?
Okay, I'm kind of having a hard time picturing how we're gonna do this.
How high is this building that the dog?
Oh, I got an idea how you're supposed to do
Okay,
it. Like, put stuff on the face, and then you just put it on a rolling machine that keeps on going back and forth.
One
And
of the
then
bad
you
guys
put them
have
on
an eye
it.
patch. Dog can jump that.
okay.
One of the bad guys have an eye patch.
All right.
So that's another thing we're going to do is after we collect all your stories, we're going to figure out a way to use a little bit of everybody's story to go in together.
Okay, you know what, I think we're getting somewhere now. Now, three ways that they try to get the horse back to the owners. Okay, how does it start to try to get it back?
Where would the bully still be?
Well, that's one of the conflicts. That's one of the
Okay, I'm not-
problems. So the first thing that happens is the third grader gets away and spends the money at the store. So now the bully's still looking for him, and the third grader gives the fifth grader an envelope. So we've got a third grader that's trying to get this bully off his back, right? So that's why he comes up with this envelope. Is the third grader trying to trick him, or does the third grader really put money in there? Tricks him? So the alien's hiding, watching all this happen until he's able to get the fifth grade bully.
Well, yes. Yeah, then he flies out with a jetpack.
Okay,
I like the way this.
all right, I
supposed
gotta
to
say,
make a
what things did you see that were the same in a lot of the stories?
Good guys and bad guys.
That's right, good guys and bad guys.
The
He's gonna
action.
write these down because we're gonna need to refer to these. Action, yes.
The animals. The
Animals, that's
the
right.
people.
And who always saves the day in the end?
Friends.
Who?
Kids.
That's right. That's exactly
How
right.
about a dog? Kids power.
What kids power? That's right.
I wonder if maybe the best place to go here is to vote.
Vote on.
For the main story, and then we can put the things in.
Okay.
Now, kids, you cannot just vote for your own story, because right now you should have been thinking, my story's cool, but, we can't film being in alien
Mexico.
space. We can't go to Mexico because we look out the window. We're not in Mexico.
It has to be filmed close.
So think about the main story, the main parts. Do you want, and here's what I heard that Jenny said. I think we have two things that could happen. We could have a kidnapping, or we could have being locked in. Or, to be honest, kids, you could actually put both, okay? But
Right.
those two things kept showing up.
Right.
Okay.
In almost everybody.
So I guess what I'd like to do first of all, why don't we start with which actions it gonna be? You tell me if you want kidnapping or locked in or both. This is kidnapping, this is locked in, this is both. Ready? I'm going around.
Kidnapping. 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 Both.
Both?
Both. Kidnapping.
Both.
Both.
Okay, so it's it's gonna be kidnapping.
So we're gonna go with a kidnapping story. And first I want to tell you guys, I'm very impressed with how the thought you put into this, because you all made your choice, your own individual choice. It's a lot like voting. When people went to the voting booths and voted for the president, you made your choice, and I'm very proud of that. Okay. All right. So now that we've got a basic story, a kidnapping or animal napping or whatever, someone's being napped.
Who's our bad guy?
The guys off the Hills of Eyes, the freaky dudes.
This is our, it has to be our story. So we've got a job here. We've got to figure out why they're kidnapped, and then how they go from being kidnapped to being either unkidnapped or what our ending is, right?
I mean, next week you give your story, and we'll go through all the fine tuning of it, and then I'll take it home, write it in a script form, and then I'll bring it back. We'll make copies for everybody, and then we can start making sure we put in fun lines for them. Okay? So I want you to really think about, because the movie is only going to be as good as the story is. So you've got to make a story that you know what I mean, that makes sense. You don't want to just throw anything in just because you think it's funny.
And we will talk about this more, kids. This is our main goal. This is what writers do. They start out with some ideas, and you know what? Sometimes it's the same. Sometimes it doesn't even look at all like how they started.
That's right. You might think of something more
interesting. That's what
interesting.
writers do, because it makes it more interesting. It makes it our story. Is it boring sometimes?
Yeah.
Well, maybe. Is it frustrating sometimes? Uh-huh.
Always.
Okay. But is it going to be our story to tell? You bet. You bet.
Okay, let him loose with the camera, he's moving. But I think maybe at every class we should have one student that helps me with film and sound when you're not working with
Well,
them.
we'll work with the other
The only
stories.
reason for that is if they're going to film this, they need to know the camera a little bit better, and we want them to be able to film it.
I'm the alien.
I knew it. How did I know that?
Alina, do you prefer this camera? Sound is something that we are going to work on later, because I'm going to be bringing in a boom mic. It's totally different than what we got, and we're also going to have three cameras actually. 4 cameras. Huh?
Are you looking for handheld?
Do whatever they want.
Are you?
Their name will come up.
Not
and then
that
we can put
good at it, but
their credits next to them. So say Sean.
Yeah.
Or say
I'm
name of the cashier, and then also, you know what I mean, every credit. So each person, any background.
because then it doesn't shake as much, and then
Does
you
that
don't
sound
get
good?
a shake.
And then a group shot at the end.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's exactly true. Very smart.
What do you hear? Zoom in as far as you can. Zoom in on my eyeball.
And when you touch that button in and out, do you see how it makes the film go in and out?
Right.
Look at earthquake.
You see, Alina. Closer.
Do you guys really?
Further. When do I get blurry? Am I blurry yet?
No breaks later.
You can see me clearly? Yes. Very good. Okay. Half a movie with an actor. Got filmed for 2 months with one actor, and then that actor broke his leg. Then they have to stop filming until the leg's fixed, because they can't have the actor on in a movie with. They couldn't have James Bond with things.
You can eat it raw.
They could, and they have what's called
Cracker
box
form.
people that they
See?
hand stuff so they can make them
Have
look
you had
like.
these?
But whenever they get what's called a close-up or a face shot, where the camera's right at you like this, you can't smile. You can take practice on trying to get on different people's faces. You're doing a great job with this.
Smile for the camera.
The camera does not lie. And the reason why we're going to do this is I want to show you what happens when you move around a lot with the camera, or things are banging. I want you to see your camera practice. Look at how jumpy that is. You see how jumpy it is? When you watch movies on TV, are they jumpy like that usually? But I wanted you to notice that as people in the room were talking, whoever was on the camera was following them. That's good. You're following the narration. You're following the story that's alive in the room. But you just have to move a little bit slow. So think whenever you're on camera, slow motion.
He looks smiley. Raise your hand if he looks smiley.
I think he's
Yeah. Come on, smiley. Wake him up.
like a bully. You can look scared.
Really?
Aim him in. Oh, good. Oh, Curtis Jr., you're great.
You did a very good job of designing those costumes. Who are you in the blue head?
I am Curtis.
And Curtis, did you design every one of these costumes?
I only designed mine.
Wave to the camera.
They're coming on.
You're on camera 1, correct?
Billy's got a band to show.
Very good.
Okay.
Because I think we're running out of film.
You
You're kind of like the captain of the ship, keeping everyone in order where they need to be, okay? So we'll discuss your role a little bit more as we go on.
What happens in this whole movie? Seth tries not to get his money stolen from the bully.
Director, could you please give them the signal when you want their attention?
Cut. Action.
Would you say it like you mean it?
Cut. There you go, my man. Excellent job.
Exactly. Please come on over. It's time for the script.
Today we're just going to go over it. As you're listening, if there's anything that you think we might need to change, we'll go over those things at the end. But we want to go over it now so we have everybody in the room to go over it, okay? So here's the deal. A script goes by scenes, okay? So scene 1, we're going to be at the lockers outside. So you pull the earpiece with the cord out of your locker and you plug it into the thing. And you say, Dalton, do you copy? Colton will say, Seth's in trouble again. We better go find him. And Dalton says, I'm on it. Meet me at my house. You grab your backpack and you run off the playground, okay? So you two are a team that are going to be helping rescue him. Now in scene 3, we're on downtown Reed City. And Seth is walking home. He's walking down the sidewalk. And the bully pops out from between 2 buildings, and Seth says, I don't have it. I don't have any money. Now that tells the audience that this is a continual problem going on. This boy keeps stealing your lunch money, okay? So the bully says, I told you, $5. I want it now. And Seth kicks the bully in the shin, and you fall down on the ground. And Seth runs away. Well, not too much violence. There won't be an actual kick. We'll make it look like a kick, okay?
Come on!
Just kids type violence. Okay.
Put some shin guards on the bully.
We could.
Then he can kick him.
We could do that. That's a very good idea.
Because then
Curtis.
he
It's a very good
won't
idea.
hurt.
Then you can really kick him and it'll look real. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, let's keep that in mind. Now we're inside Shakers. Seth runs into the store, out of breath, and he's bent over. He looks out the door to make sure the bully's not coming. So he goes to the candy aisle and picks up a bunch of candy. And then he goes to the register and puts the candy on the counter, gives him the $5, and the cashier rings up the candy. And you speak to the cashier and you say, can I walk Charlie? That'll be the dog. And the cashier says, sure, he's in the office. Now, we don't have a cashier yet, Sean. Would you be interested in acting and being the cashier? Okay, that means you're in 2 scenes. That sounds good. You get to stand behind the register. Seth goes back to pet Charlie, and you're looking for his leash because you're going to walk Charlie, or the dog. We can name the dog. While searching for the leash, you see a Monopoly game on the shelf, and you get the big idea, fake money. Remember we talked about the fake money last week? So you open the game and pull out either 5 fake ones or a fake $5 bill, and you search around the desk and find an envelope, and you put it in it, and you lick it. So now you're going to trick the bully. You're going to give him fake money, okay? Okay. Now, we're outside in the woods. A spaceship lands in an empty clearing. Okay, we will shoot the green screen stuff at school, buddy, okay? Now, Seth comes out of the store with the dog, ready to walk the dog, and the bully rushes up. Seth pulls the envelope out, you're scared, and you shove it at the bully. You just want him to go away, right, Seth? You just want him to go away? And you say, here's your stupid money. And the bully snatches it and looks around, because he's sneaky. He wants to make sure no one sees he's bullying somebody. And then Seth runs around the back with the dog on the leash behind the Shakers on rail trails over there, okay? Now, outside in the woods, we still see that the alien is watching all of this happen, seeing the bully, seeing what's happening, okay? Now, the bully, thinking that he has real money in the envelope, goes into the store, grabs some candy, goes up to the cashier, puts it all on the counter, pulls out the envelope and opens it up. And what does he find in the envelope?
Fake money.
Fake money. He is not happy. The bully is not happy. So, Seth's in trouble. The 2 guys, the bully's got him right there cornered, and the 2 guys run up with you could have men in black hats and costumes and things like that, glasses, you could have, and you've got squirt guns. And Colton says, step away from the kid. And Dalton says, he's saying this to the bully, he's tricking him. These babies are filled with hydrochloric acid and will melt you like a popsicle. And the bully looks scared at that. And Colton turns to Dalton and says, they are? And then Dalton says, shh, no, but he doesn't know that. He's like this now. He's backing up. Seth and the dog are behind the 2 with the squirt gun. He's safe now. They're all backing up. So the bully goes from watching you guys leave and goes, ah, because he's just the alien. The bully gets so scared, he just drops to the ground and faints. And the alien says, That makes things easier. So now the alien goes back behind a tree and getting his little box for testing. After this, scene 14, we're back in the woods. And the boys, Seth, Dalton, and Colton, all sit around eating the candy. Because you've still got a candy case to protect it. And Seth says, thanks guys, because they saved you. And Dalton says, well, you're safe for today. And Colton says, but what about tomorrow? And Seth smiles and he says, tomorrow's Saturday. Then we go back to the woods and we see the spaceship and it's taking off. It's leaving the woods. You're going to see it taking off. Then the last scene, it's in deep space. The bully is kicking in the air. Because the alien has dumped him into deep space. That's the last of the... Well, guess what? Green screen. We put the green screen on the floor. We might do it in the auditorium because we have to get up high. So you lay on the ground on the auditorium and we go up and film it. You're going like this. So the film is, wait till you see what it looks like. The green screen shot will just look like you rolling around in front of a green screen. But when we put another background behind it, then it'll look like you're going like this in space and he dumped you because he's done with his testing.
Flailing more.
Meaning what? What does flailing look like?
Like this.
Yeah, good direction. Good direction.
You know what? It's going to stand better if I feel like
You should just cover it on its base.
I'll have it like that's better.
Pull it out slower,
Yeah.
make it
If
so
it
that
falls
it's
off, it
fine.
falls off, Jason. That's
Yeah,
what
just
happens
ignore
in
it.
space,
That's right.
You know, you're in space.
Yeah.
What I think would the best for that was we could share that with the whole group.
Mhm.
And I think I'd like you to take the writing team.
How much time do we have?
The writing team, you could have them for 15 minutes.
Oh, the writing team when
Yes.
we're done.
Yes.
Okay.
And then if the other students have ideas, then they can share them with the writing team.
Okay.
That way we're not having pandemonium with 10 kids shouting out their ideas.
I'm going to tell them.
Yes.
So we're going to do everything in the dog. Gotcha. We've only got a few minutes today, and I need to meet with the writing team after this talk. So we're going to, Colton, if you need to get a better shot to get up, you can do that. You are allowed. You okay like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the deal. We've got some serious production issues to talk about. I saw everybody's eyes come right at me when I said serious production issues. We have to get this project done by the end of April. That really only means we have about 4 more weeks of shooting before we bring the camera in, before we bring the laptop in and make our editing decisions, okay? So we've had to make some difficult choices about the shooting. And those difficult choices are going to mean, number 1, we can't use the dog. And let me quickly explain why. I know it's a bummer. Because when you have animals on set, in order to get them to do what you want them to do, it takes treats, yes. But it takes a lot of time. Did you see how long it took us just to shoot those 3 lines today? We were out of the class most of the time because we have to do it over and over and over again. And that's good because we want to do it over and over again so we'll get the best shots. But if we have to do that and we have to deal with a dog, we don't have enough time to do it. And the other thing is we're going to have to take all of our shots that were at Shakers and outside in the woods on the school grounds, which means we're going to be filming everything inside or outside the school. We're not going to be filming in Shakers. Okay. And let me tell you why, buddy, okay? And I know you guys are disappointed, but this is what happens in real movies sometimes. In order to go off location, it takes us about a half hour to get there and come back. So that takes 30 minutes off of our shooting time right there. So we would have less than an hour to film. And do you think we could get 6 or 7 shots done, Trevor, in 1 hour? We couldn't, right? As a director, you could see we couldn't be able to do that, would we? So what I want today is I want to meet with the writing team really quickly, and I want you to give me some suggestions of where we can film those scenes. Because we're really not going to change the scenes too much. We just want to know where around the school area, on the school grounds, inside or outside, we could film them. We will still do all the alien stuff outside, like playground area and all that. But as far as the scene where you're running from the bully, we can do that inside the school somewhere. He can grab you in somewhere like the bathroom or the cafeteria or somewhere like that. So I'm going to get with the writing team and we're going to decide what areas in the school we'd be able to use. Yes, Seth?
I know a perfect area.
What would be perfect?
Do that, where the dumpsters are.
We just saw that this morning. That's a perfect. Give me 5, buddy. Look at me. I am so proud of you that I gave you this disappointing news and nobody's mad or upset and you're learning that this is part of the movie making process and changes have to come as we go. And that's the way life is. Does the school have a school store where you buy pencils and erasers and things like that?
Yeah. The cafeteria has a cash register.
Okay. Could be sucker sales.
Yeah.
Could be a bake sale. So we need to decide about that. The lead from there to like the playground or wherever we go to the alien.
And if we did the gas or John, the big sale, I would like to do that.
All right, let's first start. So we're gonna put scene 3. Everybody, you can get a pencil or change it if you want to, by the garbage cans, right?
How do you spell garbage can?
G-A-R.
Sidewalk.
You can cross that out and put garbage cans, right?
This is the letter I sent to the guy from Music from Space.
Dalton contacts Music from Space for permission to use alien music in the film using a text-to-speech program for both reading and writing.
We are doing a film. We had an alien in this film and I need to know if I can use the music from space called Home Planet, Messenger and M45 with our film. I wanted to choose these types of music because Home Planet had aliens talking and I really liked that. Messenger was dark and scary and M45 was something that would be pretty good. We would like to give credit to you. Please contact us as fast as you can and let us know how you want your credit listed at Nispejos email, riskjel@readcity.k12.miles.sps. Please leave any comments at Nispejos email. Sincerely, Dalton, the sound mixer of the film.
And this is the one from him. The guy that I just wrote to.
Hello, Miss Petrel. I am delighted that Dalton is interested in this music, and I'm happy to grant permission for him to use it in the film project. The credit can simply read, music by Samuel Kalman, http://www.musicfromspace.com. Good luck with the project. Sam Kalman, Professor of Music, Hamilton College, 198 College Hill Road, Linton, New York 13323. There's luck with the project.
I'm recording your camera. Sweet.
The actors have to concentrate, think
I'll
what
see
we
if I
need.
can see it.
Gotta get
Well, it's
started.
kind of hard because I need to get Jason in the film and have him walk towards.
Yeah, you have to work together, that's right. Okay, go ahead,
This is
set up.
still way too close.
Action. Gotcha. Cut.
Oh, he's
That's
getting forceful.
right.
I just love it.
I told you $5 and want it now.
Cut! That kick's getting really good, guys.
You got the action dog pat. Good
Yeah.
job.
I gotta get something to open this.
What do you mean?
Don't close it all the way.
Don't close it all the way, just push it open.
But
He needs to
you know what
peek
you're
out.
doing? You're shoving them in and you're peeking out, right? Those are the
Yep,
things
shoving
we're
in
doing
and
right
peeking
now.
out.
Shoving the
Get
peek.
at him kicking. Do you want it close up? Do you want to, you know what I mean? Be thinking about when they're doing it. Watch them and be thinking about what you want to catch on screen. Good job, director.
Action.
You guys have been practicing and it shows. I'm very impressed.
Cut. I think we get, Colton deserves a hand for being on camera.
Yep.
Doing a
Excellent job. Quarter board silver for James.
Seth's in trouble again. We better go find him.
I want you to step a little bit closer. Just say it again.
Seth's in trouble again. We better go find him.
Thanks, Betty. Here's your camera back, and it's not on record. Go sit in your little chair.
Okay, director.
So I'm gonna, when he says action, I'm gonna say, DT, do you copy? Then after I say it, say, yeah, I'm here, what's up? You did that part good. And then, listen like you did, that was perfect. And then just listen for a couple seconds. Action.
Just wait.
Stop just a minute. It's okay, go ahead. You look like a deer caught in headlights.
Somebody has to say, DT, do you copy? And we have to do all 16 scenes.
Not today.
Tomorrow?
No, we'll be doing that out on the playground. We're doing it for the rest of the
I
month.
just do this.
Action.
DT, do you copy?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up? Meet me at my house.
Good. Everybody freeze?
I know.
You gotta hurry up. We got kids
Almost
coming.
ready. Just wait. Okay.
Get away.
Okay, we ready? You asked earlier about how it is to work with kids. That's what you got. Alien, you're fainted. Devon, get back down there on the ground. Okay, when we yell action, everybody runs to where they're supposed to go. Ready? Action.
Katrina, you look so great on camera.
But you weren't facing that way. You're facing him, and you're going to be grabbing him. And the other two will come up to you. All right, so they're your protection. You stay behind them, always.
Step away.
Step away. Hold it, bully. Step away from the kid. These babies are filled with hydrochloric acid. All right?
The actual words won't.
That's fine.
Because we can't hear them, okay, baby?
Okay, ready? When we say action, you're going to say, that makes things easier. Then you're both going to get down on your knees. You're going to open up the box and start your little thing and do all your testing. And at the end of your testing, it's that thing, and you close it up, right? That's the end of the scene. Okay, we ready? The lines have to be.
Okay, just move your hand on this.
Space. Jason, look over to the right side of that tree where the aliens are coming from, and give a big like this, like that. The shock look.
Oh, freaky! It's so warm.
You don't even have him in here.
Why don't he do the high side?
Step in, bully.
Like this.
Okay. Cut. The only problem is your gun is right in front of poor Dalton's face, and you're covering up his shot. I mean, you know what that's called in acting? That's called taking the stage, baby. So keep it a little low. You point high. You point at his knees, okay? You point at his. No. Switch places with Dalton. No, keep the feet where they are. Yeah. Sorry. You point knees. You point face.
Hey, Big Ben, I heard you got eaten by a girl. No, Johnny, I heard that was you and you wet your pants. Tell your little friend Seth he owes me some money. You smell a little bit froggy, so why don't you jump off? I'm going to shove you in that locker. I don't think so. Why not? Principal. Tell your little friend Seth he owes you some money. DT, do you copy?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
That's in trouble again. We better go find him.
Meet me at my house. Are you coming with me?
No thanks. I don't have any money. Told you $5. I want it now. I'm getting ready. Here you go. How are you doing? Good. Thank you.
Welcome. I heard Daddy's looking for you.
He's always looking for me. Here's your stupid money.
What's this? Hold it, boy! Step away from the kid! These babies are filled with hydrochloric acid will melt you like a popsicle. They are? No, but he don't know that. That makes things easier. Thanks, guys. Well, you're safe for today. What about tomorrow? Tomorrow's Saturday.
we need to come up with right now is something for when the credits are rolling or your names are coming up. Do you have any ideas, Phoenix?
So you like the idea of doing it in front of green screens? You can put any background you want. One person at a time, and then a group shot at the end.
Number 30.